As we come to the end of the year, this is the time where everyone tends to get a little bit thoughtful, a little bit reflective, looking back on the last 12 months and looking forwards to the next 12 and what could be achieved. So what better subject to end the year on than taking a look at some of the things that you might discover in your first year of running a membership site if you've recently become a membership owner. Let's do this.
You're listening to the Membership Guys podcast, bringing you proven, practical tips and advice from the leading experts on growing a successful membership business each and every week. And now, here's your host, Mike Morrison.
Well, hello there. You're listening to episode 337 of the Membership Guys podcast, and I'm going to try to hold back on my excitement for Christmas in just a few days. Yes, I am still a massively overgrown child when it comes to Christmas, and instead, I'm going to talk about next year or the next year for you if you are a recent membership owner. So if you've just launched your membership fairly recently, there's some things that you quickly learn or certainly grow an appreciation of within that first 12 months or so of becoming a membership owner. It's stuff you might hear people talk about before you launch, but you only truly really get to grips with this stuff as you find your feet as a fully fledged member shipper. So here are some of the things that, you quickly pick up on when you start your membership. First and foremost, you learn that good customer service really is paramount. Nothing ever goes 100% smoothly. That's just life. The key is how you deal with things when problems arise. If you drop the ball on something, how do you make up for that? If a member is unhappy with your membership, how can you correct that? Most things can be salvaged with good management and possibly a glass or barrel of wine. And if in doubt, when it comes to any customer service problems, think about what you would want to happen if the positions were reversed, if you were in the customer's shoes. Good customer service can be the difference between losing a member and burning your bridges and leaving someone with a positive impression who's likely to recommend you to others. But this is something that is essentially a bit of a trial by fire. You only really hone your customer service skills once your membership's up and running, and once you start to see the plethora of different inquiries, problems, questions, and issues that may arise. And so within that first formative spell, that first year or so of being a membership owner, that is when you truly learn to appreciate good customer service. Something else you quickly pick up on is just how much proper, good new member onboarding makes everything easier. We are huge advocates of having a solid member onboarding process in place. It's one of the best ways to help your members to get the best from your membership and to avoid them getting overwhelmed within the initial days, weeks, and months of being part of your community. When you have good onboarding processes in place, your members are happier, your engagement goes up, retention improves, and you have far less customer service issues to deal with, which is a win for everyone. It can take a little time to refine your onboarding process to get it working well for everyone when you first start your membership. So you need to be on it. You need to pay attention to it. Continue to make tweaks as your membership evolves. That will definitely be time well spent. But again, within that first period of becoming a membership owner is when you really start to understand just why people like us constantly bang on about how important it is to have good member onboarding. Something else you definitely grow a quick appreciation of is the fact that making money while you sleep never gets old. I'm not going to lie, waking up to notifications that new members have joined your site or payment notifications for money that you've received while you've been sleeping, it's one of our favorite things. It's something that even years after we started Membership Academy, we still truly appreciate, especially after spending so long in our businesses having to chase customer invoices to get paid for client services. Making that money automatically in your sleep, that really will never get old. That's one of the joys of discovering how fantastic that is as you are a new membership owner. Now, you know us, you listen to the show, we're not those people who bang on about money, how much money you can make. We're not all about that. And money definitely shouldn't be the sole reason you create a membership site. But we can't deny recurring revenue is one of the best things about this business model. And even though running a membership can be hard work, the freedom, the flexibility, the fulfillment that comes from having recurring revenue, making money while you sleep, and having that revenue typically, if you're doing things right, going up and up and up month after month, that can make such a huge difference to your life, to your stress levels. And the novelty of waking up to a whole bunch of PayPal notifications, that really never gets old. Something you definitely learn early as a membership owner is that you can't please everyone. No matter how good your membership site is, there'll always be someone who isn't a fan or who doesn't see the value in what you're offering. And that can hurt. It can be hard not to take that personally. And it can also make you doubt yourself and your membership. But the sooner you realize that you can't please everyone and your membership won't be the right fit for every individual person, the better your life as a membership owner will be. If you have 99 happy members who love what you're doing, but you have one unhappy member, you need to learn to focus on the 99. Those people aren't all wrong. If negative feedback is valid, if that one unhappy member has a valid reason, then obviously do what you can to fix the situation. But otherwise, listen to those who are getting value and enjoying your membership. Don't obsess over that one person that you can't please. Similarly, one of the most important lessons you can learn is to not take cancellations personally or even to view them as a bad thing. People cancel for a number of reasons and can still return later or recommend your site to other people. Cancellation is not condemnation, and it doesn't mean that they're unhappy. But even if they are leaving because they're unhappy, remember, you can't please everyone. Something else that you have to appreciate and you have to remember during those formative months of being a membership owner is that you're probably making a bigger difference than you actually realize. Something that may come as a surprise you might not be prepared for as your membership site grows is that you'll get to a place where you won't know all of your members anymore. Indeed, you won't know the majority of them. While it's easy to focus on the members in your community that are vocal, that show up every day, who you recognize, you know them by name, you know a bit about them, you will find that there's an increasingly large portion of your member base who join and then quietly consume your content but never actively engage with you. That's just par of the course. That's standard. That's normal. And you might never hear from them. You might forget they even exist until the day that they send you an email telling you how much your membership has changed their life or made their business easier, or how happy they are to have found you. We can forget quite how many people we're impacting with our membership. So you are probably making a much bigger difference than you realize. You can have hundreds of members, but maybe only feel like you're interacting with 10% of them. And you might be fretting and worrying about the other people and the fact that you don't engage with them, you never hear from them, but you can be impacting them in ways that you don't even know. So don't take someone's silence as a sign that they're not getting value from what you're offering and that you're not making a difference to them through your content and through other ways that you help them within your membership. And honestly, probably one of the biggest things that we came to appreciate within our first few months of running our membership is just how much joy we get from watching members get results. Watching your members get great results is even better than getting those results for yourself. Nothing beats the feeling of seeing your members take what you're teaching, take what you're providing them with, put it into action and achieving great things. It really never gets old and it makes everything more than worth it. And you only really, truly start to appreciate that once you're up and running, once people are using what they've joined your membership for, once they're sharing their successes, they're telling you, hey, look, this course that you recorded, I just followed that, I just implemented it, and now I'm in this better place. I've been able to do this thing. My life has changed in this way. Never gets old. And it's something that you only really start to appreciate once your membership's up and running, once you've hit the ground during those formative months as a membership site owner. So if you just launched your membership or if you're on the cusp of starting a new membership, you have all of this to look forward to. But even if you've been running your membership for a long, long time, then hopefully a lot of this is striking a chord with you. Maybe it's giving you a little bit of renewed appreciation for some of the wonderful things that this world of memberships enables us to enjoy, and also some of the things that are most important in our membership that maybe we didn't have a full appreciation for back when we were trying to plot out our launch strategy and figure out all the tech issues and all of that sort of stuff. So these are definitely things that you only really learn, you only really understand and appreciate once your membership's up and running. But within those first few months, you will quickly learn all these lessons about the importance of customer service. You can't really hone that in a membership until you're basically going through that trial by fire. Really getting that appreciation of why member onboarding, member experience is so critical, and why you need to get people off to the best possible start to increase the chance that they'll stick around, they'll engage, they'll get results. The money side of things, man, when that starts to pay dividends, it is, we can't deny it, it's fantastic. We love recurring revenue. This is what you're doing it for, right? And man, making money while you sleep. Again, we're not that kind of podcast. We're not those kind of people who harp on about the money side, but the money side is pretty cool. You've got to remember too, you can't please everybody. 99% of people can love everything that you're doing. You just have to make sure that you don't let the minority, the occasional niggle, the occasional complaint, that you don't focus on that and let it affect your enjoyment of being a membership owner, and also take your attention away from serving the 99.9% of people who are perfectly happy with everything. You're never going to be all things to all people, and you don't want to be. Got to remember, cancellation isn't a bad thing. People cancel for a number of reasons. They come back. And even if you don't hear from members, even if they never tell you, you will be making a difference. You'll be helping people in a positive way without even realizing it. So don't fret if you're not interacting with each individual member. Don't worry if you get to a point where you're thinking, I don't really know a lot of the people in my membership because we never interact, we never engage. It's just what happens when your business model is one to many. And make sure you take time to really appreciate just how amazing it is to see your members get results. And by extension of that, make sure you're putting an effort to encourage them to share those results, share those successes, share their wins with you so that you can all celebrate together. All right, that is it from me. I'm taking a break now for Christmas to get all my presents. And then, oh, by the way, when we talk about making money while you sleep, making money while you sleep and wake up on Christmas Day to PayPal notifications, that is bonkers. We've had people join on an annual memberships on Christmas Day as well. It's bonkers. It's kind of, this is awesome, but man, what? No, like I'm just focused on presents and overeating. Anyway, yeah, it's nuts. Next week's episode is a very special end of year episode where we'll be looking at the most popular episodes in 2021 of the Membership Guys podcast. And then we've got a very, very, very special episode kicking off 2022 with a big change that we're going to be talking about in the first episode of the new year. So make sure you stay tuned for both of those fantastic special episodes coming up. Until then, have a great holiday if you celebrate, and I'll be back next week. Take care.